Brother, do you think you'll eventually get on Vogue and shit? Are you mainstream like that yet? Congrats, by the way. I will tell you this much. There are a lot of components that would allow me to be mainstream, but one of the greatest hurdles in me becoming mainstream is myself. I don't know if this is like surprising to you or not, but it is the reality. I'll give you an example. I will not tell you which fashion house it is, but a fashion house actually invited me to go to Europe, to fly out to Europe and attend their, I don't know what it's called, attend one of their, like, it was like a runway. And I said, no, it's not Balenciaga. No. Not like to actually walk their runway, just to attend it. Okay. I said no. I said no to that because one, I don't have a lot of time. And two, I knew that I'd get fucking canceled. So I didn't do it. Even people are like kind of glad you didn't go. So also that, see, look. Also, that's a lot of emissions just to go to a show. See? Like as though the plane is only flying for me, man. Like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, I'm not flying in a private jet, brother. But like, it's a great example. That's a great example of part of the reason why I didn't do it. So whenever, no, the plane is flying for the 300 people on it, many of which should stay home. Hey guys, I know you're like probably, hey, if you're flying to Europe to visit your relatives who are about to get like, cancer treatment or whatever, stay the fuck home because Fango decided that you should stay the fuck home. Hey, are you going on a work trip? Yeah, you should actually quit your job because that would mean you have lower emissions. Are the relatives a fashion show? Oh, I didn't realize the plane was flying exclusively for me and my fashion show, which we addressed already. Again, you're doing it. You're doing it right now. There are a million different reasons as to why people fucking fly. Okay? I'm not giving you exactly what country it is because I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give... You're doing it. You're misreading the messages. No, I'm not doing it. But this fucking... I was telling them how I didn't want to go to fly out for like a fashion show. It was going to be next... It's next month, I think. I believe it was supposed to be next month. And no. That's Japan. Which I will be going to. But once again... The plane flies there. It's commercial aircraft. It doesn't matter if I'm on it or not. The plane is still going to fly there just as it does every single fucking day. 1,000,000 times a day. Okay? So that's the reason why I said there are plenty of people that are flying. It's funny how Chad talks about emissions from big corps being bad, yet somehow thinks that fuel use is not something causing emissions. Weird. Bro, if you think emissions from big corporations are identical to like, air travel, I don't know what to tell you. Commercial air travel, especially because commercial air travel has to exist. Like, I'm not flying in a private jet. Okay? I have flown in a private jet. Not that one I chartered personally, but one I actually hitched a ride on. Okay. Did I feel ethically ambiguous or sad about that decision? No. Fuck no. I did not. But if you consider like your own carbon footprint on a commercial jet that is flying to the destination that you're going to go to regardless, by stopping yourself individually from going there, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think they're memeing, actually. Commercial air travel are the big corporations, and they purchase fuel from oil companies. These are the cores we're talking about. Dude, I know you're like an EV evangelist, but I did not realize that you personally thought that you should also individually bike everywhere you go. Or, I don't know, I guess what? Like, should I be taking a boat? Should I be swimming over the fucking Atlantic or Pacific, depending on where I'm going? You know what I mean? Should I take a fucking hot air balloon if I'm traveling to Europe? Because I went to England recently. That was a big waste of resources, according to you. Transportation is the largest emitting sector. Thank you for your chat and all your pings of support. I'm glad you understand that the environment is the number one issue. Brother, I don't know how to describe this to you, but like everything that you order and every form of travel that you engage in is going to still have a negative impact on the environment. Of course. It's about making meaningful changes through systemic action in areas where there is no adequate substitute. There is no adequate substitute in areas where there is adequate substitute. Sorry. There is no adequate substitute to fucking flying over the Atlantic. What the fuck are you saying? Like, you can't even, bro, you can't even fucking literally say like, oh, you should have taken the train or something. You know what I mean? But there is an adequate substitute, which is what you did. You didn't go to a show that you didn't need to be at. That's a good thing. No, I didn't. I chose not to go because I have dumbasses in my community that would get mad at me. And I did not think that you would get mad at me for this reason. I thought it would be like, that's a problematic brand. This is a high fashion luxury good that does not need additional PR or marketing. You are. This is insanity. This is the funniest fucking dude. I hate being a leftist. I swear to God. And then the chat killed me and canceled me for the And then the chat killed me and then canceled me for the cost of my coffin, and said that the coffin was made with materials that were genuinely harmful. This is why you should have went. That's what I mean. This is a bit. It's not a bit. It's not. It's not a bit. Not true. A buddy of mine bikes across the ocean, making the surface ice as he goes along. Alternatives exist, buddy. I know. Except I know who you're talking about. And unfortunately, he's not a big fan of mine because I'm a pirate, okay? And he's a Navy admiral. So obviously, we don't get along. He's a fucking cop and I'm a pirate. So I can't do that, unfortunately. All commercial flights have cargo. They're essential for the supply chain. There's not adequate international replacements for that transit speed. Exactly. No, 100%. He's talking about One Piece again. Muting. I apologize to everyone who is a green energy activist in the chat because I unfortunately have yet to invent another form of transportation over large bodies of water that is more environmentally friendly. Apologies for everyone. Okay? I'm sorry. I do not know how to I don't know how to transport myself through the teleportation. So was that trip to Japan a bad thing in the chatter's eyes? Probably. I would assume. Every single trip I've taken, I have, turned into work for myself. But ultimately is a trip that I didn't have to take. I could just stay at home and stream from home. So I suspect that flying to Japan was a gigantic nuisance and a horrifyingly bad misusage of the limited amount of emissions that I should be wasting. Or does he think that it's okay? I don't know, because he liked the content. If you go back to read the actual messages, you will see words many and unnecessary. Those planes fly to carry people. They don't just fly for fun. Fewer people flying means fewer planes. More people flying means more planes. Same with cars, e.g., working remote means fewer cars on the road. These are good things. In fact, making a lot of content is one of the reasons to justify that trip. Wait, what? Well, obviously, I'd be making a lot of content if I went on this trip too. The fuck do you mean? That's what I do. I make content. I make content out of my real life experiences. That's what I do as a content creator. That's what I would do in this circumstance as well. The real reason why I didn't do it is because I know people like you would get mad. Okay? This is the best rebrand of being agoraphobic neat. I'm doing praxis by never leaving my house. Yes. That makes no sense. Author is writing himself into a corner. Writer strike era content. I mean, he is a writer. He writes. I think he's like a EV journalist or something, right? I thought. Anyway, it's not surprising.